Good morning, all saints. It's Wednesday morning, the 15th of July. This morning in the readings assigned in the daily lectionary, we have one of the most famous scenes from Matthew's Gospel coming near the end in chapter 25 about the last judgment when the king will separate the sheep from the goats, those who did God's will and those who did not. And it's giving drink to the thirsty and clothing the stranger and welcoming, clothing the poor and welcoming a stranger, and those righteous ones being judged as having done these things to the king or to Jesus or to God. And they're like, well, when did we do that? When did we see you and do these things for you? And the king answers them, whenever you did these things for the least of these members of my family, you did them for me. I've been thinking about this in the sense that we are not able in these days to do things for those whom we might like to care for or to serve. As a priest, there are those that I would like to visit who are either sick or struggling at this time, some of it from loneliness. And yet this pandemic prevents my being able to physically be with people in their time of need. And I started to wonder, well, I can do what I can for those who really need it, calling on the phone or sending notes or whatever it is I need to do in that regard. But maybe if I showed the same care for someone else, it would be as if I were caring for the person who needed it. It's much as when we are gathered for a liturgy and exchange the peace, which we probably won't be touching each other for a while, but in the exchange of the peace, it's also following the command that before you come to God's altar, if someone holds something against you, you need to go and be reconciled. And while you might not be able to do that, leaving to go find those you would regard as your enemies or who regard you as an enemy and make peace with them, when you greet your neighbor in the context of the liturgy, you are saying, I'm greeting you as if you are the one with whom I am in conflict. So maybe this great story from the 25th chapter of Matthew can serve also as a model. If I can't serve directly those who need it, I can have stand-ins for those that I do encounter, whether it's within my own household or those people that I might encounter if I am out keeping 6 feet distance, running an errand or whatever it might be. So go read chapter 25 of Matthew's Gospel, 31 to 46, and see what you think about that today. Sending blessings to you and yours.